Well, 37 years ago, many in southern New England were beginning to dig out from the big blizzard of '78. The two-day event paralyzed the region and closed the Ocean State for a week. There are so many stories of that historic event. One of those is on the plight of the radio announcers at 92 Pro FM and WPRO-AM. NBC 10's RJ Heim on special assignment.
92 Pro FM. We're starting tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Howard Hoffman was holding down the 6 till 10 p.m. shift on 92 Pro FM. The blizzard of '78 started earlier that day, February 6th, a Monday. And by nightfall, people were already stranded on the highways.
As time went on, during that, we started getting 6-foot snow drifts outside the radio station window. Started really piling up.
Now, the trouble with the blizzard of '78 wasn't necessarily the amount of snow, on average 2 to 3 feet over 2 days. It was the timing.
After it started snowing, seemingly everyone got on the highway at the same time to try to get home. Then the intense part of the storm began, creating the plug. Traffic stopped, snow at more than 2 inches an hour. The wind picked up. Thousands abandoned their cars in place.
And before we knew it, the FM was taken down off the air.
Howard switched to WPRO-AM and held down the fort with others, hoping Salty Brian would be able to make it in for his morning show. Out the window on Wampanoag Trail at 5 in the morning.
There are 2 cop cars, there are 2 snow plows, and a Plymouth Volare. He got escorted to the radio station by the state police and by 2 city snow plows. He was raring to go.
Everyone listened to Salty, and nearly everyone was watching Channel 10, the only station with a live truck at the State House, the governor's platform, to guide the state through the week-long emergency. The governor had power, and so did Salty, who asked Howard what the station needed. The answer? Food.
So Salty goes on the air and just makes a quick appeal. Before you know it, there are sleds, there are snow plows, there are people making their way to the radio station with big bags of food.
Howard became the station cook for 3 days. The seasons marched on, and Howard moved on. The last music radio DJ hired at WABC New York, then the most listened to station in the nation.
Oh, 77 WABC. This hour's prize is the Donna Summer album on the radio.
Music was migrating from AM to FM, and the station went talk.
To see the music go away, it was unthinkable.
Gigs in L.A., and still a voiceover talent, he's not one to be beaten at his own game. So he started an internet radio station with a 9,000-song playlist from his home.
Studios in Walla Walla, Washington. The hits, and the songs that should have been. The New Normal presents Oldies Gone Wrong.
It's an awful lot of fun, and it's really good to challenge the people for their musical taste and for the stuff that they missed and the stuff that they didn't buy when it was out originally.
Great Big Radio has a sizable audience in the U.S. and 5 other countries, with 750,000 tune-ins every month. Howard's doing his part, whether it's cooking up a storm at the station during the blizzard or cooking up the deep playlist today on Great Big Radio.
Looking back on it, it was like I could say, ooh, that was a lot of fun. But at the time, we were really concerned if we were ever going to get back home.
RJ Heim, NBC 10 News.